Hey, you got here fast. I got a surprise for you.
Peter, as you know, I love you.
Are you breaking up with me?
Pete, are you, We're leading different lives. It's like you're standing on the dock and I'm in the lake.
Sarah, I swear to God, I'll jump in the lake like a merman.
Do you want to put some clothes on?
Would you like to pick out the outfit that you break up with me in?
Sexy crime fighter Sara Marshall's been spotted cozying up to singer and notorious Lothario Aldous Snow.
Forgetting Sara Marshall.
Welcome back to the show. Thanks for sticking around. We're just taking a look at the trailer for Forgetting Sara Marshall.
The smutty comedy.
The smutty comedy. We finally got to it, Cos. One of the best marketed films, I think, in recent memory.
Yes, because we've all driven past the bus shelters.
There's just been a buzz about it. We've been waiting for this to come.
The cinema staff had the T-shirts on, which I wanted one, that says, "My mum always hated you, Sarah." I want one.
Best marketing since Cloverfield.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And look, this is... I didn't hate this cos. I found it to be quite a refreshing and original comedy.
Okay, let's give the pedigree. Now, Jason Segel, who was the main lead in this movie, the guy who gets dumped by his impossibly beautiful
It's his
girlfriend,
idea. He wrote the screenplay.
Now, he's been a Judd Apatow sort of
prodigy.
Followed in that sort of vein, and they've made movies together before. And he was in Freaks and Geeks, which I missed, but a lot of people really liked it as a more sort of independent cult type of following. But he's actually in that How I Met Your Mother. Now, I've watched maybe one episode of that, never all the way through, and I haven't found it interesting at all. And he's really lame in it. I don't know if fans of the show like him because there's something about him, but I found him really lame. So tuning in and seeing him as the lead in a romantic comedy, when I'm absolutely not interested in him at all, was kind of off-putting. And then when he gets his gear off and you have the big laugh at him in the nutty, I'm going, I'm still not interested in him. So where's your romantic comedy go if you don't want to be with the lead?
Well, do they have to be attractive, do they, to be in romantic comedies?
Well, you have to be.
Do they have to be Patrick Dempsey, do they? Right.
They might be different or interesting, but he wasn't different or interesting.
Woody Allen does
and
romantic
I can tell
comedies.
you, when he was slobbing
Not
around
like
the house
this.
in those green tracksuit pants that looked like they could get up and walk away on their own, I wanted to fumigate the apartment. I wouldn't have been living there with him. He was a slob, lazy, revolting. So, no, where do you go from there if the romantic comedy is showing him having two women fighting over him or trying to get him back?
Two beautiful, stunning women.
No. She was just feeling sorry for him, that Mila Kunis.
Well, you see, he had other talents apart from his lack of looks. He was a gifted musician and composer, Cos, you see.
Is that what it is?
It must be, because I can't think of any other reason.
Well, of course. Is it Mila or Mila, the girl from that 70s show? Mila. So she, you just off the top of your head. And she fancies him as well. I'm just going, no, people don't fancy him. They just feel sorry for him. But I'll tell you who was the standout for me was the British rock star.
Oh, yes, who we all remember and love from St. Trinian's.
Yes, Russell Brand. Now, I thought he was fabulous. And Andre, my criticism about these movies, and Gav, you didn't see it, but I did tell you this criticism. I reckon these movies are churned out so quickly, they're underwritten. And I think that they really could spend another 6 months in production because there are funny moments and it's like they've started off with 3 funny scenes and gone, it's going to be hilarious if he does this. But then all the bits in between, getting them to that point, is not funny.
Yeah, see, I reckon you're tough. I reckon the fact that this has been written by this guy who's obviously talented makes it a little bit different to me. It seemed fresh and original to me.
All right, what did you think of Paul Rudd's character comments? He's the stoner, surfy on the beach.
Yeah.
Not a funny line came from his mouth. No.
See the point of him being
No point. Now,
there.
if it was well written, every time he opened his mouth, we should have laughed.
So you're saying that was sort of filler, yeah.
It was a lot of filler to get to the next funny bit that obviously work on their own.
That's the style of those movies a bit, don't you think? Even the 40-Year-Old Virgin, which I loved, had jokes that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, but it just could have been better. It could have been better written
Yeah.
with a bit more time spent on it. You know, and it's this new genre, and you know, we're all happy it's arrived. It's a romantic comedy that's written for men to enjoy, so that
With
now
a
when
few
you,
shocks,
when you
not
go
for the
to a
squeamish.
romantic comedy as a male with a date, it's now a movie for you to laugh at and enjoy instead of
Thank
just
goodness.
seeing Patrick Dempsey.
That's right. We'll get to that next week. Scoring time.
I'm traumatised
Go
by
on.
my Patrick Dempsey romantic
Go on.
comedy. Half price. I laughed half the time, and the rest of the time just kind of went, oh gosh, go back and rewrite that bit.
Compared to the unoriginal comedic swill that we have to go through on this show over the years,
You're right. Next week. Stay tuned.
I'm finding it hard to forget Sarah Marshall. I enjoyed it. Full price for me. Gavin,
Okay.
what's next?
Next up, thanks to